You see someone driving a fancy car, wearing designer clothes, living in a huge house, and you think, wow, they must be rich. But what if I told you that most of the time you're completely wrong? What if the real millionaires are the ones you'd never suspect? That's the shocking truth uncovered in the classic book, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko. And today we are going to dive deep into the 7 secrets that separate the truly wealthy from those who just look wealthy. This isn't about lottery wins or Silicon Valley startups. It's about the surprising, achievable habits of everyday millionaires. Stick around because what you're about to learn could completely change your financial future. So, who are these millionaires next door? For over 20 years, the authors studied people with a net worth of over $1 million, and they didn't find them on yachts or in Beverly Hills. They found them in regular middle-class neighborhoods. They were business owners, welders, teachers, and farmers. The one thing they had in common wasn't a high income, but a specific mindset. This brings us to the very first and arguably the most important secret. They live well below their means. Think about it this way. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. We live in a culture that screams spend, spend, spend. New phone, new car, bigger house. The pressure is everywhere, but the millionaires in this study actively resist that pressure. They practice what the authors call frugality. Now, frugal doesn't mean cheap, it means being resourceful and intentional with your money. They don't buy new cars every 2 years. They drive reliable, older models until the wheels fall off. They don't chase fashion trends. They buy quality clothes that last. The second secret is that they allocate their time, energy, and money efficiently in ways conducive to building wealth. Most people spend their free time consuming watching TV, shopping online, scrolling through social media. Millionaires, on the other hand, spend their time planning and learning. The average millionaire in the book spends nearly twice as many hours per month studying and planning their financial investments as the average person. They manage their own portfolios, they read financial publications, they attend seminars, they treat building wealth like a part-time job. They understand that their financial future is their responsibility, and they don't outsource that responsibility to someone else without being highly involved. They budget meticulously. They know exactly where every dollar is going. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifelong habit. While others are distracted by the latest trends, they are quietly and consistently building their financial fortress, one brick at a time. It's about being proactive, not reactive, with your finances. Now for secret number 3, and this one might surprise you. They believe that financial independence is more important than displaying high social status. Let's be honest, a lot of spending is driven by a desire to impress others. We buy the big house, the luxury car, the designer watch to signal to the world that we've made it, but the millionaire next door has a different value system. They value security, peace of mind, and freedom over the opinions of others. They'd rather have $1 million in the bank than a $100,000 car in the driveway. The book calls this playing great defense. Think of it like a sports team. A flashy offense might score a lot of points and look exciting, but a strong defense wins championships. High-income earners who spend everything they make are playing a flashy offense with no defense. One job loss, one medical emergency, and their entire lifestyle collapses. The millionaire next door, with their strong financial defense, can weather any storm. They have what the book calls go-to-hell money, enough financial cushion to walk away from a job they hate or a situation they don't like without financial fear. That's true freedom. Let's move on to the 4th secret, which is a bit of a tough pill to swallow for some parents. Their parents did not provide economic outpatient care. What does that mean? It means they weren't constantly bailed out by mom and dad. As adults, they didn't receive regular, substantial cash gifts to support a lifestyle they couldn't afford on their own. The authors found a strong correlation. The more financial help adult children receive, the less wealth they tend to accumulate on their own. Why? Because it creates dependency. It teaches them to be consumers, not producers. It shields them from the financial realities of life and the valuable lessons that come from making your own money and your own mistakes. Children who stand on their own 2 feet learn to be resourceful, disciplined, and self-reliant, the very traits that are essential for building wealth. So if you're a parent, the best thing you can do for your kids is to teach them financial literacy, not just hand them cash. Secret number 5 follows directly from this: they're adult. Children are economically self-sufficient. The goal of the Millionaire Next Door is to raise children who don't need their wealth. They instill the same values of frugality, discipline, and hard work in their kids that they practice themselves. They teach them the value of a dollar from a young age. They encourage them to work, to save, and to invest. The book found that many wealthy parents are very careful about how they discuss money with their children. They don't want to create a sense of entitlement. Their ultimate goal isn't to leave a massive inheritance that their kids will squander, but to raise capable, independent adults who can create their own success. The greatest inheritance they can give is not money, but a millionaire mindset. Now for secret number 6, they are proficient in targeting market opportunities. You might be thinking, okay, I get it, save money, live frugally, but how do I actually make the money to begin with? This is where it gets interesting. A significant portion of the millionaires studied are self-employed. They own their own businesses, and often these businesses aren't glamorous. They're in dull normal industries: welding contractors, pest controllers, mobile home park owners, auctioneers. These aren't the kind of jobs people dream about, and that's exactly why they are so profitable. There's less competition. They identified a need in the market that wasn't being met, and they filled it. They became the go-to expert in a specific, often unglamorous niche. They provide a valuable service to a specific group of customers, and they do it exceptionally well. This doesn't mean you have to quit your job and start a plumbing business tomorrow, but it does mean you should always be looking for opportunities to provide value, whether that's within your current job or through a side hustle. Find a problem and solve it. Finally, the 7th secret: they chose the right occupation. This isn't just about picking a high-paying job. It's about choosing a path where you can apply these principles. The book highlights that self-employed individuals make up a huge chunk of the millionaire population, even though they are a minority in the workforce. But even for those who are not entrepreneurs, the key is to choose a profession and a lifestyle that allow for wealth accumulation. If you're a teacher, you might not have a 6-figure salary, but you might have a stable pension and summers off to build a side business. If you're a doctor or lawyer with a huge income, you have to be extra vigilant to avoid the trap of a high consumption lifestyle that can come with that territory. The key is to understand the financial landscape of your chosen path and make a conscious plan to build wealth within it. No matter your occupation, the principles remain the same. Spend less than you earn and invest the difference wisely. So let's recap the 7 secrets of the Millionaire Next Door. 1. They live well below their means. 2. They allocate their time, energy, and money towards building wealth. 3. They prioritize financial independence over social status. 4. Their parents didn't provide economic outpatient care. 5. Their adult children are economically self-sufficient. 6. They are skilled at finding and exploiting market opportunities. And 7. They chose the right occupation. Looking at this list, you realize that becoming a millionaire has less to do with luck or getting a high salary, and more to do with discipline, sacrifice, and long-term thinking. It's about playing the long game. The real millionaires aren't the people you see on reality TV. They're your neighbor who drives a 10-year-old Toyota, mows his own lawn, and quietly invests every spare dollar. They've made a choice to trade short-term gratification for long-term freedom. And the good news is that choice is available to every single one of us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a new perspective on what it truly means to be wealthy. If you found this valuable, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. What was the most surprising secret to you? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.